What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? What's going on? It's your girl, Linda S. Hustler, also known as the Bodacious Lifestyle Coach. And I am talking this evening, this Thursday, no, Tuesday, that blame it on the brain fog. Blame it on the brain fog. This tantalizing Tuesday, this tell the truth Tuesday. I'm talking about supersizing your confidence. I'm opening up my calendar, y'all. I've had so many messages, so many DMs after my fantabulous Ignite Your Life Masterclass, 5-day masterclass, a little over 3 weeks ago. But I'm opening up my calendar again, y'all. I'm opening up my calendar again because I had to just, deal with the people who were on the calendar, but I got some space on my calendar. So speaktolinda.com, that's where you go if you are stuck, if you're feeling like, there's more to life, but you're not quite sure what more is, right? If you want to supersize your confidence, that's what I'm talking about today. If you want to have some breakthroughs in your life, some aha moments, if you know that there's goals, there's boxes that you really want to check off in your life that you thought maybe you would have checked off by now, and those boxes still ain't checked, it is not too late. You're not too old. It is not over for you yet. So tonight I am talking about how do you supersize your confidence. Y'all, I think I'm all that in a bag of chips. You can't tell me nothing right now because I am on StreamYard. Y'all, I am going live on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, Bodacious Black Women Over 50, my personal page, YouTube, and I think that's it. How many of that? I think that's it. Instagram. I'm supposed to be on Instagram, y'all. I'm looking on my phone, but it ain't Insta. It ain't gramming yet. So I got to figure that one out. But still, let's just get into it. I'm talking about supersizing your confidence after 50. And I'm also talking about how I have opened up my calendar, y'all. Just in case, I think some of y'all forgot that I'm a phenomenal life coach for Black women over 50. And I'm just going to remind y'all of that because here's the deal, ladies. We're at a stage and at an age in your life right now. You're at a stage and at an age in your life right now. If you are a Black woman over 50, right? And you may be finding yourself asking yourself questions like, is this it? Is this all there is to my life? And here's the thing, y'all. I don't want you to think that you have to be broke down and beat down to feel like that. You could still be operating at a high level in your life and still feel like there is more. Like, because there's levels to this thing. There's increase to this thing. There's abundance to this thing. It's just not about having a position. It's about being in position to actually live your best life. So let's get into it talking about, again, y'all, I'm trying to figure out what is going on because I am, yay, cool beans. Okay, I see that I am on. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I'm using this new technology that's got me on YouTube. It's got me on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, my YouTube. Yes, I got a YouTube, y'all. Because I haven't really been keeping it up like I should, but I do have a YouTube. So let's talk about supersizing your confidence. And again, talking about me opening up my calendar. Yes, I am a phenomenal life coach, y'all. I'm not even going, you know what? This is what I'm not going to do anymore. And this is what I don't want you to do. Don't dim your light. Don't shrink so that other people can shine. Listen, we've all heard it. And if you haven't heard it, I'm going to tell it to you now. Let them put the sunglasses on. Girl, do you, be you, show you, stand up for you, show out for you, right? Glow up, blow up, do all of that. Because here's the deal, queens. If you already 50 and above, how much time do you really think you have left? And I'm not saying this to be morbid. I'm not saying this to, make you feel some kind of way, but I'm here to be that gentle kick in your pants because listen, we don't have as much time as we think. So if you really have some goals, some dreams, some wishes, you got to dare to risk it all. Like, this is not the time to be scared. And if you feel like, well, you know what, Linda, I hear you, but I am a little scared. Just go. Let me put it on here, y'all. Let me show y'all what this thing can do. Yes, I'm excited. I want you to go to speaktolinda.com and get on my calendar and let's have a conversation, a courageous conversation about where you are and where you want to be in your life. And what does that look like? Like we're going to talk about getting some clarity, right? During that, I call them my Ignite Your Life sessions. They're 30-minute complimentary, which means free, complimentary calls where you and I get together on Zoom because I want to look into your eyes. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. So I used to do them on the phone. I do them on Zoom now. And so you just go to speaktolinda.com. You see it on a little ticker tape at the bottom because I'm getting my technology together, y'all. Because that's one of the things you got to do. If you want to supersize your confidence, y'all, you got to keep learning. You got to keep growing. When was the last time you read a book or listened to a book? Because sometimes we're busy, y'all. You might not have time to read, right? But when was the last time you listened to a book on Audible? When was the last time you read a book? We have got to continue growing. That's one of the ways that you supersize your confidence, because when you're not feeling ignorant, right? And when I say ignorant, I mean in a true sense of the word. When you feel like you can add something to the conversation, that pumps you up. That makes your confidence go through the roof. And we're talking today how to supersize your confidence after 50. The reason why I put after 50 on there is because as I coach my queens, they are 50 and above, and a lot of them, their confidence isn't where it should be, right? And a lot of it is because we're not aging with excellence. We're not aging with excellence. We're allowing the status quo and the powers to be to define what aging is. And here's the deal. You get to define what aging is for you. Don't let anybody else define what aging means to you. I say this, let age refine you, but never, ever define you. So the first thing you want to do if you want to supersize your confidence is you got to keep growing. Be in a growth mindset. Like I am growing right now because I am using StreamYard, right? I am using StreamYard. StreamYard is a phenomenal resource. It allows me to go live. I'm going live on 5 platforms right now. My Facebook group, my personal Facebook page, my personal Facebook profile, YouTube, and I think I'm going live on Instagram. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going live on Instagram. That's the part I got to hook up. But at least I'm out here learning different things and doing different things. That's the first thing you want to do with your confidence is keep learning and keep growing, especially after 50, because for a lot of us, we've been doing the same job for the last 20, 30 years. We have not really, a lot of you are on that even movement. You're not necessarily moving higher. Maybe you're making more money because you've been at your job, but it's not like you're in a different position and learning different things. And I want you to celebrate. You really increase your confidence, queens, by celebrating even the teeny tiny things. I just graduated Saturday, the 18th of September, with my AA in marketing. Y'all, when I tell you I was struggling to get to that celebration, get to that graduation, because I was thinking, and I'm just keeping it 100, I was thinking, girl, that's just your AA. That's not even the real deal. That's not like you getting a 4-year degree. This is the conversation I was having with myself. And so I didn't tell anybody I was graduating. I didn't really talk about going back to school that much because I went back to school at 58 because I didn't graduate in June of 1981 like I should have. And I got my GED when I was 21. So I had all these thoughts swirling around in my head. But I went to the graduation and I'm so glad I did, because even though it's just an AA, I worked hard for that AA because I ended up graduating cum laude, which is I had a 3.65 GPA. So when I say I worked hard for that AA, I did. It was worth celebrating. I went back to school after 40 years. So I'm just saying another way you can supersize your confidence is celebrate all your wins. And I'm gonna go even deeper. I want you to get a celebration board. You know, like you can have remember in school we used to have those boards and we would have those projects. I don't know what you call it, but I want you to go to Michael's and I want you to get a board, right? Or get online and instead of doing a vision board, do a celebration board, right? And every time you have a celebration or something goes right, I don't care how teeny tiny it is. Let's say you told yourself that you were going to lay out your clothes for a whole week because you're tired of getting up in the morning, not knowing what you're going to wear, and almost being late every day because you're trying to be super fly. How about you just lay out your clothes at night or set them up for the week? You know what I mean? A celebration board. Yes, Stephanie, absolutely. Absolutely. We're doing vision boards, but we need to get these celebration boards down pat. So for me, I just started this, y'all. And on my board, I took a picture of the cap and the gown and the cords and the stole. And that is on my celebration board. Because again, I almost did not make it to the graduation because it was an AA instead of a BA, right? So if you want to supersize your confidence and you're feeling like, Linda, this is sounding great, sis. I feel you, the celebration board, all of that. But I'm still having some issues, some challenges with my confidence. I know I should be more confident. I know I have what it takes. I know I got the juice. I've got the experience behind me, but that is just some place that I struggle. Again, you see it right there. Speaktolinda.com. Let's have a conversation because here's the deal. When I coach my clients, one of the things that seems to really get in the way is this sense of you should have it all figured out by now. You should have more boxes checked off by now. Like maybe you had some major boxes that you wanted to have checked off in your life, and you look up, you're 50, you're 55, you're 60, you're 65, you're 70 plus, and those boxes aren't checked off. Don't throw in the towel. Don't act like you can't still check those boxes off. Of course you can. And if you need some support, just go to speaktolinda.com. Let's have a conversation. During that conversation, it's a 30-minute complimentary, right? I call them my Ignite Your Life sessions. And during that sessions, I'm going to help you get some clarity on where you are, where you want to be, and how to fill in that gap. To do the work on your mindset. So when those negative thoughts come up, because they will come up, they will come up. Just like me, I'm a life coach, and I almost didn't go to the graduation because I was thinking like, oh, it's just an AA. Do you know how hard I worked to be in the honors? Hard, because I had to go back 40 years and get my mind back right. And then I had math. Oh my gosh, and the math was off the chain. But all I'm saying is do what you need to do. Invest the time that you need to invest to become the person that you need to be. So moving right along, speaktolinda.com if you'd like to have a 30-minute Ignite Your Life session with me on Zoom. So I see you, you see me. So we have got celebrate the small wins, celebrate everything. Celebrate. If you set a goal, I don't care what it is. If your goal was that you're going to gas up on Sunday so that you can start the week off with a full tank, and you do that, put that on your celebration board. Put a picture of Chevron or Mobil or Costco, wherever you get your gas. Celebrate these wins, okay? Celebrate these wins. And I want you to put in the comments, what can you celebrate already this week? And even though it's just Tuesday, I know that there's something that you have done that you can celebrate. And I want you to just put that in the comments. So we're going to celebrate the small wins. We're going to make a celebration board. You can go get the poster board from Michael's. You can do it online. Like if you find a program that allows you to do a vision board, you can use that. Just make yours a celebration board that is strictly about celebration. So we're going to do the celebration board, right? We're going to keep learning. That makes your confidence go up. And when you look at the things that you have done on your celebration board, that is going to supersize your confidence too. Because here's the thing. I don't believe when people say, I really lack confidence. It's not, I believe, so much that you lack confidence as it is you don't know how to supersize it. You don't know how to really increase it. You don't know how to set your confidence on yes, you said I have the word tonight. My nerves are everywhere, but I did it. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna keep learning, right? Like I'm on this platform called StreamYard, and it's allowing me to go live on 5 platforms, right? I'm excited about that. And I'm excited that I set it up, y'all, because I thought it was going to be a lot of work. So we're going to keep learning. We're going to keep growing, keep reading. And if you're not reading, at least get on Audible, y'all. It is worth it. It is absolutely worth it. And instead of turning on that news in the morning, that's going to just scare you to death and have you in a state of anxiety, why don't you put on Audible? Put on a book that's going to help you grow. Put that on and let that be playing while you're getting dressed, while you in the shower. That's what I do, y'all. I don't even have a TV, and no shame to people who have TVs and like looking at the news, but you want to ask yourself, is that what you want to have on your mind first thing in the morning? Who did what bad stuff is going on in the world? No. I like today I listened to, what did I listen to today? Jack Canfield's The Success Principles. That's what I listened to today, right? And tomorrow it's no telling what I listen to. But these are the things that are going on in my mind because they supersize my confidence. They boost my confidence. They increase my confidence when I'm steadily listening to this stuff. Now, New Life Curator says celebrating you applying to an acceptance in the Black Renaissance SBA program. Yes. Yes, Queen. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We're talking about how do you supersize your confidence after 50. I said we're going to celebrate all wins. I don't care how big they are because I just almost got caught up in not going to my graduation that was this past Saturday, September 18th, because it was an AA instead of a BA. But y'all, I worked hard for that AA. I went back to school at 58 after 40 years because I didn't graduate in June 18th, 1981 like I should have, right? But I made a decision to go back to school, not because I'm necessarily going to do anything with the degree. It was about the discipline. Y'all, sometimes the celebration is going to be about the discipline. The discipline. All right? So we're going to keep learning. So either you're gonna read the book, you need to read something every single day, or you're gonna listen to the book every single day, Monday through Sunday, without fail. Put some new stuff into your brain. You gotta prime your mind, and you gotta mind your mind, or your mind will just go on. Celebrate all wins. We're gonna make a celebration board, right? It's a vision board, but reverse engineered. It's about celebrating. So I just started this, y'all. So this is something you can do to supersize your confidence. What I did, yes, not magna cum laude, girl, just the cum, just the cum, girl, just the cum. But thank you for that, because that'll be the next one. That's me visualizing, okay, future focus. But thank you so much, New Life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to celebrate all wins because we're going to get our celebration board and we're going to start putting it on there. So on my celebration board now, I have, I took a picture of the cap, a picture of the gown, the stole, the cord, my honor medallion, that's on there now. So and these are things that you can look at. So even sometimes we're not robots. Some days you're going to feel like, oh, nothing's working. What's really going on? Look at your celebration board and remind yourself, like, girl, listen, maybe it didn't pop off the way we wanted to, but we have done some stuff. So your celebration board, then we talked about learning stuff. You should be reading books weekly, or at least listening to Audible weekly, every single day, right? If you can turn off that that TV in the morning, instead of putting that news that you can lose on your mind, play your book on Audible or put something that's going to feed you. Put that on in the morning, so that could be the first thing you listen to, whether and or you can read the good book, meditate, do something other than reach for the phone, right? Start scrolling and turning that TV on with that stinking news. All right. And then you got to practice confidence. Confidence is an action verb. You must be in action to supersize your confidence. So, what do I mean by that? I mean, every opportunity you get to raise your hand and step outside of your comfort zone, I want you to do that. If you're at work, right? A way that you can supersize your confidence is if they want someone to volunteer to lead the meeting, just raise your hand. Confidence is a muscle. It's like if you haven't been to the gym in a few years, you got to get back into it. Or if you haven't been to the gym, if you're not a gym person, you got to get back into it. Confidence is an action verb. It's not a thought. It's an action. So if you're stuck thinking like, oh, okay, it's an action. Yeah, you have to, in order to supersize your confidence, you have to be in motion, in action. So I want you to raise your hand for some things when you to step outside the box. So let's say they need somebody to lead the meeting. Raise your hand and lead the meeting, right? If you know that you have to uh I don't know, say I'm doing Weight Watchers, right? So I got my scale and I put it on my scale, and it says, if it says 2 ounces of nuts or 1 ounce of nuts, I put the nuts on there too. It says 1 ounce, and I bag that up. Y'all, this is confidence in action. This is making me feel like, okay, Linda, we can really release this weight. We can really get our health back on track because I'm actively doing, not talking about what I want to do, not saying I'm getting ready to go on this journey of weight release. And I say weight release because I want to release the weight. I don't want to lose it because I don't want it to find me. So what are some of the things that you can do to get that muscle, that confidence muscle going again? What is it that you can do? For me, with my weight release journey, the meal prep, the setting time aside to get it together increases my confidence in the area of weight release. Confidence is a 360-degree experience, and you need to have confidence in all areas of your life, whether it be spirituality, health, finance. Are you confident that you're going to have enough money to take care of yourself when you retire? And if the answer is no, what are you going to do about that? Are we just going to go into retirement knowing that we're not going to have enough money? Or can you start setting up some things, which is an action verb, so that you can be confident about your future, right? Are you confident in your style of play, your lifestyle? How is that? Are you living the life that you thought you'd be living at this age? Again, no slight, no shame, no blame, no pain, none of that. I'm just asking you questions that you should be asking yourself. Because one thing I can say about supersizing your confidence is when you're living the life that you want to live, when you are feeling good about yourself, right? That automatically increases your confidence. Would you agree that when you are feeling good about yourself, good about the space that you're in your life, you feel good about that? You feel good about that. So this is also about self-care. You can supersize your confidence by caring for yourself in such a way that you're honoring who you are. You're not just showing up in life, you're honoring who you are. You are not only saying I am a queen, but you're treating yourself like royalty. All right? Because again, y'all, confidence is an action verb. Confidence is an action verb. And now that you know that, or let's say you knew that, but your life still isn't a reflection of a woman who moves confidently, right? If you're living this life and you're like, dang, Linda, you right. Like, huh, it's all good. Because at the end of the day, when you know better, you can do better. And so if you're really starting to feel like I'm not as confident as I know I need to be and I should be and I could be, then again, as a bodacious lifestyle coach, that's what I'm here to do. Help you, teach you, show you that confidence is not only attainable, right? It's really easy when you get down to it. When you really identify what is it that is keeping you from crushing life? What is it that is keeping you from living the life that you know that you were born to live? Like, I know without a doubt that I was born to coach. I didn't know that's what it was back in the day. I just knew I rooted for the underdogs. I was always that person who took up for the other people. Like when the bully came along, I was the one who encouraged people. I was the one who said, you can do that. You got this. I was just the one who was always like a deep thinker. Like I was that reader. I never really watched TV. I didn't like TV. I still don't like TV. That's why I don't have a TV in my house. I was different. Like, are there a lot of you who just know that there's just more to life? And you just don't always know what more is it, or you've got some goals, right? But you know you pussyfooting around like you should really be blasting off in your life, but you're playing it safe. I'm asking you to risk it all at this stage of your life. What I mean, if you're gonna ever dare to dream, now would be the time when you are in your prime, when you've got the experience behind you, when you've had some hard knocks in life, but you still here. You are still here. So as long as you're here, you might as well persevere. As long as you are alive, you can most definitely thrive. You can most definitely thrive, right? Ooh, let me get me some water, y'all. And then I want you to surround yourself with confident people. You know the confident people. Surround yourself with confident people. Get out there, get join some meetups, get your network on. How do you supersize your confidence? By being around confident people, because confidence is contagious. Confidence is contagious, right? Everybody except me went to the Beyonce concert. Most people bought into her confidence. She had them showing up in silver. I saw TikToks and Facebook Lives where people were designing their outfits, right? That, can you imagine? Beyonce's confidence. Now, this is water, y'all. I poured that water in here, okay? I just this helps me drink more water when I put it in pretty stuff. Look at that, y'all. This has shoes on it. I'm such a shoe lover that this wine glass has all kinds of shoes on it. I know, cute. Yes, cute, cute, cute. All right. So we talked about celebrating the small wins, creating a celebration board. This is how you supersize your confidence. Keep learning, y'all. Whether you read physical books, right? This book right here, I want to speak more. So this says speak your way to cash, right? I'm reading this book, right? This book. Are you ready for the yes? Are you ready for the yes? Y'all, what's your library look like? The uncloned life, right? I don't want to be sheep. I don't want to be like everybody else. What's in your library? What are you reading, y'all? This shift into a higher gear, right? Better than best and live life to the fullest. What are you putting in your brain, y'all? Life coaching for successful women. Okay? What are you putting in your brain? What are you putting in your brain? This is how you supersize your confidence. This is how you supersize your confidence. And again, I know I'm making it sound simple. It is simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. And so if you are one of those who are like, okay, Linda, I want to supersize my confidence. I've always wanted to supersize my confidence, but I for whatever reason, I never could seem to do it. There's nothing wrong with you. If that is who you are, number one, there is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes, y'all, we just find our way in a space and in a place for many different reasons, and we don't quite check the boxes off like we thought we should have. And we find ourselves at a stage and at an age in our lives where it's like, wow. Number one, a lot of people are ashamed of that fact that they may not be where they want to be. So they just go along to get along. A lot of times people have false pride. Like I had pride, at 60 years old, getting my AA. That's how I was feeling. That's why I really didn't want to go to the graduation on Saturday. But I had to kick that stinking thinking to the curb. And I was like, no, Linda, you out here showing up for other people, show up for you. And so that's what I want you to do. I want you to show up for you. I want you to raise your hand if you feel like, you know what, I'm not where I want to be in life, in whatever capacity that is, in whatever capacity that is. Hey, Virginia, thank you so much for that. You are so sweet. Hey, beautiful. That's right. Show up for you. We gotta show up for ourselves. Especially at this stage of our lives. Diana, I don't have children. I know you have children, and Diana just wrote her book. She's got a fabulous journal that goes along with the book. She is a friend of mine doing her thing. About to turn 59. I don't want to put too much on you, girl. About to turn 59 and still doing her thing, right? That's what I'm talking about, y'all. We can still do our thing. Don't let age rob you of your dreams, desires, or your destiny. We are aging with excellence. And when you supersize your confidence, you can age with excellence because society, yes, Diana, proud of it, because society isn't checking for us. They're not checking for the Black woman, period. And they darn sure ain't checking for the Black woman that's got some age on her, okay? They are not checking for us. They are tolerating us, but they're not celebrating us. So you've got to learn how to celebrate yourself. That's why I said to supersize your confidence. Aging is a privilege, not a, okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And if you are already here, you might as well persevere. If you are alive, why not thrive? So let's recap. Supersizing our confidence. Number one, we're going to keep learning, whether that is reading books, listening to books, right? And I just showed y'all some of the stuff that I have in my library, right? Shifting to a higher gear, living the uncloned life, coach yourself, all of this. Yes, Virginia, yes. She said she just turned 60 and just graduated from esthetician school. I now have 2 licenses. Yes. Supersize that confidence, okay? Don't get the small confidence. Don't get the medium confidence. Supersize your confidence. So we going to celebrate all wins. Again, I told you I struggled with going to the graduation because it was just an AA. Y'all, I didn't tell nobody I was graduating. And that day I woke up and I looked at that box. They had sent me a box and I hadn't opened it, right? And I opened the box, y'all, and that's where the gown was and the cap and the tassel. And I really bust out crying. And I said, okay, I'm going to the graduation. So I put my stuff on, put my face on, and drove out to Duluth and went. Now, my mom was like, well, Linda, wasn't nobody there? Mom, I was there. And I was surrounded by a whole bunch of happy people who had stuck in there and hung in there. And there were times, I'm sure, when they just wanted to say, bump this is too much. I said, Mom, I wasn't by myself. I was surrounded by probably 300 or 400 happy, beautiful people who had stayed committed to their commitment and were able to say yes and move that tassel from the right to the left. That's what I'm talking about. So supersizing your confidence, we're going to celebrate all wins. We're going to get a celebration board, right? So that when you feeling kind of, your confidence is feeling kind of wobbly, right? Look at your celebration board, okay? Put things that you are proud that you have accomplished, and I don't care what it is. I don't care if you ate one less cookie. Put a cookie on a celebration board to remind you, you know what? I ate one less cookie last week. I don't care what, if you drank one last soda, put the type of soda that you drink on there and say, you know what? I drank more water. If you're drinking more water, put the bottle of water on the celebration board. Just, y'all, this stuff sinks into our consciousness. This is real talk right here. This stuff really works. You know, so you're telling my graduation story, getting my BS. I came home and handed it to my mother. I did it. Yeah. Where's my thing? I got a thing here somewhere. Where is it? Oh my gosh. You know, I have a clapper somewhere. And you know, you never had stuff when you need it. Oh, well, anyway. All right. So we're going to keep growing, keep learning. Keep reading, whether we read the hard copies, whether we get on Audible, but we got to keep doing it. Turn that TV off, y'all. You want to supersize your confidence? Stop putting that stuff in your brain that's not going to make you feel good or not going to uplift you. I don't even have a TV now. That's extreme. I'm not saying get rid of your TV, but please don't cut the news on first thing in the morning. Have something, meditate, pray, read the good book, get on Audible and let that play, right? You can have that going through your speakers. You could say, Siri, play Audible or something, and get some good, juicy stuff going in through your mind, right? And we're going to practice confidence. Confidence is a muscle. It is a muscle. You can learn to become more confident. And if you need some support with that, like I said, it's flashing across the thing, speaktolinda.com, 30 minutes, complimentary. Ignite your life sessions on Zoom, because I like to look at the eyes. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, right? And during that session, y'all, we're going to do a deep dive. We're going to talk about what it is that you want, where do you want to be, and how do you fill in the gap? You got to get clarity on these things. If you have wobbly, fuzzy goals, you're going to have wobbly, fuzzy results. You got to get clear, crystal clear. Then you got to have a strategy. It's not enough to say, this is what I want. How you going to get it? Right? How are you going to get it? And then you got to prime your mind so that you can become the person that you need to be to have the behavior shifts that you need to make in order to go after that stuff. Because the you that you are needs some additional support, or you would have those boxes checked off that you said you wanted to check off, or have created that life that you know not only do you desire, but you deserve. You should have that life that's on your vision board, right? You should absolutely have that life that's on your vision board. Yes, Diana. Yes, yes, yes. So we're celebrating all the wins. We're putting them on our celebration board. We are learning that up. Oh my God, that takes your confidence to a whole different level. When you can walk into a room and no matter what they're talking about, add something to the conversation, right? Add something to the conversation. And that comes with learning, because you could just start talking about a statistic or a fact that is conducive to the conversation and switch it all over to everybody looking at you like, I never thought about it that way, because you picked up a tip along the way. And then we got to practice this, y'all. Confidence is a action verb. It is an action verb. So raise your hand at work. Raise your hand if you work for yourself. Raise your hand and do something different. Like I usually go live earlier. I said, you know what? I wonder who's gonna be up at 10. Since we all of age, ain't nobody really sleeping that much like we used to, right? I said, well, it doesn't matter who's up. the right person who's supposed to receive this will be up. Yes, take your call, beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I love you too, Diana, and we're gonna get together and do some stuff, right? Surround yourself with really confident people because confidence is contagious. If you are constantly around people who really not confident, let's just call it what it is, and they're constantly talking about their doubts and their insecurities and all of that, they're not going to make you feel good about you. And they're not going to really allow you to feel good about you because you feeling good about you making strides is reminding them of all the strides that they're not making. So that is why it is so important, y'all, that you are around people who are confident if you're trying to supersize your confidence, right? And lastly, y'all, I want you to think about where you are. This is when you this is real talk right now. I want you to think about where you are not, what area of your life are you not confident? Because there's levels to this confidence thing, y'all. It's not just confidence. There's levels. There's areas in your life where you're not confident. And I want you to think about where that is, right? I want you to think about why that is. Like, why do you feel like you aren't confident in whatever area that is? And then the third thing I want you to think about is, thank you, Gloria. Oh my gosh, you are so sweet. Ooh, I'm getting hot too. And I also want you to think about, y'all, look, I just love this fan. I also want you to think about, why are you tolerating the lack of confidence in your life? Like, are you just going to die not being at the level of confidence you want? Because there's levels to this thing. I'm going to keep saying that word levels because there's levels to everything. You could be at a confident level 10 or a confident level 1, right? That's why I say supersize your confidence. Don't just accept the small confidence. Don't accept the medium confidence. Always be striving to supersize your confidence. And if you are having challenges in that area, right? Because confidence is everything. I don't care what anybody says and how they say it. If you are confident, you will reach your goals. If you are confident, your dreams will come true. Because number one, you feel like you deserve to have these things. And it has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with, are you willing to do what it takes, however long it takes, until you reach the finish line, until you cross the finish line? That's what confidence is all about. That's what living your best life is all about. That's what living your life like it's golden is really all about. Confidence. Because when you're confident, you can manage your fear. When you're confident, you can have the breakthroughs that you need to get to the other side where the rainbows and the unicorns and the butterflies are. When you are confident, you can have the aha moments. You can reach your goals. When you are confident, the sky truly is the limit because you don't put limitations on you, because your whole thing is delayed, but not denied. Obstacles, but I'm going to turn that into an opportunity, right? A loss, but what can I take from this so that the next time I can make this a win? That is what confidence does for you. And so again, as the Bodacious Lifestyle Coach, as your sister in this journey called life, you got to keep it real with yourself. Confidence is even when it's hard, telling yourself the tough truths. And if you find yourself at a stage and at an age now where you know that your confidence definitely should be leveled up, if you know that the life that you're living is beneath the phenomenal woman that you are, but you can't quite navigate, you can't quite see your way over to the other side, then I invite you to go to speaktolinda.com and scrolling right across the screen. And let's have a conversation about getting you from where you are to where you want to be, how to fill in that gap, how to unleash the confidence that you know may be buried deep down, but it's there. And a lot of times we just have to shift and do some different things in order to create the life that we truly want to live. And so I am here to support you in that journey. I am here to have you think about what you really want honestly and truthfully. I don't want you to think about, but how am I gonna get it done, Linda? How am I gonna do that? I don't want you to think about that. I believe that's what keeps most people stuck, is thinking about, but how am I going to do it? Just be honest enough with yourself and say, self, there's more for me. I've settled for way too long. It's time to really put the pedal to the metal, because there's probably more years behind me than in front of me. And I really want to squeeze all the juice out of life that I can. I want to really set those goals. And here's the thing, y'all. Don't be a goal setter. Be a goal getter. I don't want you addicted to setting goals. I don't want you, every time you turn around, you writing another goal down on a piece of paper. How about we reach some of the goals that we already got? Let's do that first. Let's not add another goal to the goal sheet. Let's look at the goals that you already have written down, assuming you got some goals written down. And let's get a win. I want you to look at your goals. This is how you supersize your confidence. Every time you reach a goal, it takes your confidence up a notch. That will pretty much take your confidence to a whole different level as you reach your goals. So I want you to look at your goals, and I want you to pick one goal that you honestly feel that you can reach. And that is going to be the momentum that's going to keep moving you forward. Now, for those of you who are just like, okay, yes, Gloria, yay, I'm so glad. And you know what, Gloria, it's so interesting because it's 10:37. And all day long, I said, I need to go live. I want to go live. I want to go live. Some days I just really have it on my heart to go live. And I think I got on here about 10 o'clock and I said, oh my gosh, but I'm so glad I did. Because the people who were meant to hear this message are hearing it. And so that's another thing. We can doubt ourselves. I want to encourage you to just go for it. I want to encourage you, if you are like, okay, Linda, that's easy for you to say, but how do you just go for it? If you feel like that is an area of your life where you would love to increase the confidence level, then speaktolinda.com. Let's have a conversation. Because here's the deal. You are either making excuses or creating results. Those are the two things. You're either making excuses about your life or you're creating results in your life. There really is no gray area. There really is no gray area. And so if you are like, okay, right, I hear what you're saying, Linda, but that I'm struggling in that area. Let me be your accountability partner, because I was struggling with my weight, y'all, and I finally had to get to the point where it's just like, okay, I got to do something different, because The pudge is still pudging. The back fat is still fatting. The thighs is still thighin'. And I've been reading these books. I've been, on YouTube. I've been doing the stuff that the lady said, but it's time to maybe get, a professional or something. People who that's what they do. Because a lot of times we be trying to do everything. Stay in your lane. What you're good at, be good at that. I am really good at this life coaching thing. It is a gift. It really is a gift. And so I want to make life coaching just something that we do because it's necessary for us to level up. We've been through a lot as Black women, as Black people. And we have to get to a space and a place where we can just admit, I need some support. Like, I have a therapist right now, and I have a business coach, right? I have a personal trainer. These are people in my life who are making me take my life, my level of life, the game to a different level. I don't feel like because I have a therapist and a personal trainer and a business coach that makes me less than. That makes me incredibly smart. Because just like the young sister who just won the tennis, you best believe she got a coach. And a damn good coach. Her coach now is probably going to increase their fees because now they can say, I am a US Open training coach. When people coach with me, they win US Open championships. Okay? Check that out. Coco did not get there by herself. Not at all. So I share that with you because I don't want you to think if you need a life coach or if you need a therapist or if you need to go to a support group and all of this thing, that means something's wrong with you. That means something is incredibly right with you because you recognize that you can't do it alone. Or you don't want to do it alone. Sometimes you just don't want to do it alone. Sometimes you want to be in a sister circle with other like-minded people who are also on a mission to live their best life, to not just survive and not just exist. Especially at this stage, I'm 60 years old. I am not out here trying to exist. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, I'm not out here trying to exist. I'm out here making a mark. I'm out here taking a stand. I'm out here saying, I am woman, hear me roar. I'm not out here whispering. I'm out here roaring, showing up, being seen, being heard. That's what we all deep down want. To be seen and be heard. So when you're shrinking, when you're not rising up, when you're not showing up, when you're not glowing up, that does you no good. And being uncertain and not clear and not sure of yourself and second guessing yourself and doubting yourself and sabotaging yourself and listening to that negative self-talk is not serving you. It's not serving you. It wasn't serving me. And I've been doing this for a minute, the life coaching, and I almost let my stinking thinking talk me out of going to my graduation Saturday, the 18th, because I was like, it's just an AA. I worked hard for that AA. I was up night, sometimes 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, getting stuff done because it was due. And I got a 3.65. So I'm an honor student because I said to myself, if I'm going to go back after all this time, I'm not going to be getting average grades. No, because I'm not average. So I want you to look at your lives. Are you living average lives? And if that's what you want to live, cool. This message is for the people who do not want to live average lives. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. Thank you. For people who don't want to live average lives, who do want to take their life to the next level, who actually want to live their life like it's golden, then I invite you, if you really feel like, okay, Linda, I hear you loud and clear, but I need some support. Speaktolinda.com. Have a complimentary 30-minute Ignite Your Life session for me. For Ignite Your Life session with me. Y'all, it's getting kind of late now. It's 10:45. And let's create a bodacious life blueprint for you. Because here's the thing, ladies. You're not too old and it's not too late. You may be a little uncertain, a little confused, need some clarity, need to get your mind, prime your mind, because sometimes that mind can be playing tricks on us, telling us stuff that because it wants to keep us safe. The mind is a funny thing. The mind wants to keep us safe. So the mind isn't going to just arbitrarily say, girl, you should risk that. Girl, let's go for that. You can do that. Because the mind doesn't want you to fail. The mind doesn't want you to feel bad. The mind is designed to keep us safe. But safety does not necessarily translate to fulfillment. Comfort zone does not lead you to fulfillment. That's not what it does. So you've got to decide if you want to be comfortable or do you want to be fulfilled? Do you want to settle or do you want to soar? You've got to decide that for yourself. And then once you decide what it is that you want, if you want to soar, if you want to take your life to the next level, all of that, and you really, 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 really want that. You want to stop letting fear run your life, right? For a lot of us, fear has been in the driver's seat of your life for the last 30, 40 years. Fear. And you on the passenger side. It's your car. And you gave the keys to fear or doubt. No, I'm saying to you, take your car back, your dream mobile. Don't let fear drive your dream mobile. You drive your dream mobile through the freeway of life, down the freeway of life. And when you come up to these obstacles and challenges and difficulties on the freeway of life, don't get off. You may have to pull over to the shoulder of the freeway, but don't get off the freeway of life. Look at the detours ahead, and you may have to go around them. You might have to take the long way, but just stay on the freeway of life, y'all. And so, again, if you need support, if you want to get some clarity, if you want to have some breakthroughs in your life, you're just really tired of always getting right here, but can't seem to get over the hump, right? If that's where you are in your life, if you know that there's still so much more juice you want to squeeze out of life, but for the life of you, you can't get to squeezing, speaktolinda.com, y'all. I don't know who this message was for. And again, I can't tell you the last time I did a live this late. But I really am on a mission to see to it that my sisters, we've done so much for so many. It's you season now. No, it's you year. Not just a season, it's you year. It's you year for life. It's time to do you and actually get clear on what does that mean. That's why the Ignite Your Life sessions are so powerful, because you're going to leave that session. And again, go to speaktolinda.com and schedule. It's going to be so powerful because you're going to end up feeling comfortable saying what it is that you truly want. We don't have these conversations. It's not like you go out with your girlfriend and you sipping on your latte and she have her green tea and you're just like, girl, you know what I really want? You know what my heart's desire is? We don't really have these conversations. And so the stuff just stays bottled up and we stay frustrated and we stay distracting ourselves instead of dealing with the real issue. And I am here to teach you and show you how to deal with what's really going on, what you really want. What's your heart's desire? Why aren't you going for it? Why don't you dare to dream? Why aren't you taking risks? Why are you sitting on the sidelines of your life instead of getting in the ring? Where the action is. The action is in the ring of life. It is not outside of the ring and on the sidelines. That's not where the action is. That's not where the growth is. And so I thank you so much for hanging in there. Oh my God, I've been on here an hour. Okay, y'all. Oh my God, I really was feeling this, y'all. This was just on my heart. It was really on my heart. So thank you so much for listening. And again, use me, right? And some of you might be like, what? Use you? My mama always said, use people. Don't misuse them. We've all got gifts and talents. We used Whitney Houston for her voice. We didn't misuse her though, right? We used Steve Harvey for his comedy. We didn't misuse him. So we're supposed to use people, and because that's their gift. So use me. Let me get you some clarity. Hey, Angelina, what's going on, girl? And let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Life is so beautiful, y'all. When you get clarity, when there's no more self-sabotage and it's all self-love, when you're no longer afraid to fail because you understand that failure is just you collecting data. Failure is an experiment. And the stuff that works, we're going to keep that. And the stuff that don't work, we're going to kick to the curb. That's all failure is, y'all. It's an experiment. If you can really sit with that and get with that, it'll change your life. Yeah, it'll change your life. So love y'all. Peace.